Being a NASCAR fan is one of the most coolest things to do in your lifetime. Being a fan of this sport is so cool. You have ups and downs of your drivers you can cheer for week after week. But honestly, at times, it can be pretty hard, especially when your driver is winning a race and he happens to get wrecked or spin himself out. Now that is something extremely heartbreaking to watch. In this video, we're going to be looking over times the race leader has been crashed or crashed himself. There have been so many heartbreaks for Justin Allgaier over his NASCAR career in the Xfinity Series. The poor guy has never won a championship, but it has come oh so close. But this has got to be up there one of the most heartbreaking finishes for Allgaier. In a dominating day in 2024 at Phoenix, with 5 laps to go, Allgaier enters turn number 1 as his right rear tire explodes. He goes into the wall and crashes hard, ending his day. This was so upsetting for Justin Allgaier.
Oh no, left rear down.
Left rear down on the leader.
The leader goes around.
Oh no.
Allgaier.
Oh my God.
Allgaier in the wall. What a change of events here. Caution is out.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm good. Left rear just went flat.
Gosh, we saw how low he just was off of turn 4 down there on the apron.
I wonder if he felt something that he was so low in corner 3 and 4.
Yeah, because it seemed odd to be down that low.
As soon as he hits the brakes, it just comes apart.
I think he could have done right there.
See it in real time.
Crunch.
I bet Sheldon Creed was just in shock seeing that happen to the leader right ahead of you.
Smoke, that's it. Comes right apart, gone.
The longest run of the day.
Oh, gosh, my heart's broken for him.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
That's when you just sit there in disbelief. As soon as that's over, like, how can that happen?
That's it. It's already flat right there.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like something broke. I mean, he had a moment where he got a little loose, or either something on the car failed, like a right rear tire or something. But
another big hit, and this one by Chase Elliott.
another playoff driver. Just a wiggle right there. There are a lot of bumps over there in that corner, and it's just really hard for us to tell.
In arguably one of his best seasons, even better than the year he won the championship, Chase Elliott looked to pick up another victory in 2022 at Texas. He easily had one of the dominant cars up until his right front tire exploded on the exit of turn number 4 as he would slam into the wall, instantly ending his day and instantly catching on fire. Elliott's day was over and his championship hopes looked diminished. Luckily, Elliott was able to continue on to the next round of the playoffs, but this still put a damper on his season. At Texas Motor Speedway in 2024, Bubba Wallace was racing hard for the race lead with Harrison Burton and Chase Briscoe. I know, this is an unlikely pair to be racing for the lead, but regardless, Wallace tried to take the lead in turn number 3 and got loose, and Briscoe was involved. Both of them would go spinning out and crashing, but luckily they wouldn't have too much damage and they were able to continue on, but this was a huge setback for their day at Texas.
See Burton looking the inside off of 2, drag races on, getting into 3. All but had him cleared. Bubba really rifled that thing off into the corner. Shot up the racetrack.
He got a little bit loose, had to work his way up the racetrack, and got really lucky.
Briscoe just didn't have anywhere to go.
Yeah, they both got really lucky. They didn't have more damage.
In the exact same race, Michael McDowell would go around in the same corner Bubba Wallace and Chase Briscoe did. McDowell was battling for the lead. Yeah, this was a wacky race, had McDowell battling for the lead like this. Anyway, McDowell was battling for the lead as he would spin out and back himself into the wall on the exit of turn number 4. Ultimately, this would ruin McDowell's day as he wouldn't be able to continue on after the damage.
Kozlowski is the last of the drivers who have not been to pit road since lap 103. Oh, McDowell! Hard hit for Michael McDowell.
Is that bump you were talking about, Kevin?
It's the car has to be pointed straight in those bumps, especially on low tires. We got a lot of cars coming down pit road. Big contact for Michael McDowell.
Hard to tell.
Yeah.
It was definitely in the vicinity of that bump. Regardless, thing got loose on the outside, trying to hold position on him.
Well, we'll get a second angle here. Two very aggressive drivers.
You see that car start to bounce. It's before the bump.
I think it was wiggling, yeah, just to say.
It's definitely rougher, a little bit rougher in the second groove all the way through the groove. There's one big bump about 3/4 of the way through, but it's definitely going to be rougher. But you could see Michael McDowell's car start to bounce, and that really worked the back of that car free.
Sorry, boys. Just got in that bump and it took off.
Well, there you go.
In arguably the best or one of the best finishes in NASCAR history, Kyle Busch was in the lead at Watkins Glen as he went up into the S's. He would slip in oil, and Brad Keselowski would ultimately take him out of the race and the win at Watkins Glen. His crew chief was extremely upset with Keselowski after the race, but rightfully so. Keselowski just always gets into Kyle Busch, and it was uncalled for him to drive straight through him. But I will give him the benefit of the doubt here. There was oil on the track. In 1989 for the All-Star race, Rusty Wallace would get into the back of Darrell Waltrip, sending him spinning around. This was a turning of the tides, as Rusty Wallace would now become the villain and Waltrip would become the hero. A fight would break out on pit road as Wallace was going into victory lane. Darrell Waltrip's team was running and chasing after them. A fight broke out, but ultimately it didn't matter. Waltrip would lose the money, and Wallace would take home the victory and all of the money for the All-Star race.
Back live at Michigan under caution for the 6th time today. The reason, Casey Kane, the race leader, who had a 3.6-second advantage in the wall off of turn 2.
It's probably going to leave blown right front tire.
Wow.
Exactly what it was. And
just about the worst place, too, right as you loaded up one into turn 1. And normally, Casey would be one of those guys that's running the high line. He would have been about 2 feet off the wall because that's where he runs. But the groove has yet to move. Still the same place. Bad luck.
This could be one of the most smartest moves a leader has ever done, intentionally wrecking himself. That is something this is probably never going to happen again. But for Denny Hamlin, it saved his day, and it could have saved his career. Denny Hamlin in 2006 was a rookie. He was dominating the day at Pocono until he had a tire explode as he was entering the tunnel turn. Hamlin's tire would explode and he knew he didn't want to hit the wall. So he spun his car out to bring out the caution as he had no damage from any contact from any walls. Hamlin would even go on to win this day and pick up his first ever victory with this race car.
Tunnel turn. Just going along, you can see the tire's soft and here it comes flying apart. Not a whole lot you can do at 200 miles an hour. He's trying to slow down even though it may not look like it, but man, he's really lucky that he didn't back that thing into the fence.
Very lucky. Now he's on the access road over in turn 3. He is almost to pit road now as we speak.
The pace car's just now coming off the onto the back straightaway, so he's got plenty of time to get to the pits.
Boyer! No! Gets into Larson, and around goes the rookie.
Hold it up there. Lock it down.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, my gosh. You can see Larson is up the track. But, again, I think he was probably eyeballing the 2 car to his right and just didn't realize.
Let's ride with Kevin Harvick.
Low. Good job. Keep digging. Still outside. Still out.
Lap 1 at Richmond saw Kyle Larson get spun out from the pole. Kyle Larson would be turned by Clint Boyer entering turn number 1 in 2014. This was Kyle Larson's rookie year, and this is honestly one of the first things I remember about Kyle Larson. Watching him get turned into turn number 1 at Richmond was pretty wild. You never really see the pole sitter get wrecked on lap 1, turn 1. When Todd Gilliland was being lapped, it disrupted the bottom lane's formation. Brad Keselowski would slam into the back of Austin Cindric, spinning him across the track and ended up collecting over 25 cars. One of the biggest wrecks in NASCAR history. A fun fact about this wreck is Denny Hamlin was a mile behind this accident. He ended up finishing in the top 10 when running 30th before this, just because so many cars were caught up in this wild accident.
Watch the bottom row. Right there. The 2 got so far out in front of the 6, and then with all the pushing and shoving, it got mixed up when they passed the lap car of Gilliland. That changed the energy of the pack.
That was a big hit to the left side of the 47. Unbelievable. The 47 was able to keep it straight. But if we watch that again, watch this 2-car right here. Gets pushed, bang, right off the 47. Stenhouse is able to keep
shove from Justin Allgaier. Bell got one from Busch, but it's going to be Reddick that'll get the fender out in front. Side by side into 2. They make contact. Reddick and Bell hard into the outside wall. Everybody races to their inside, and just a sledgehammer shot into the safer barrier as the front 2 crash with 8 laps to go in the Brickyard.
Chase Briscoe will always win the award for what an idiot on trying to win races. He crashed the Coca-Cola 600. He wrecked Denny Hamlin during the 2021 race at Indianapolis, but none will be as stupid as when he dove it in on Tyler Reddick trying to do an impossible slide job that was never going to work.
Oh, don't get
White
loose.
flag's going to wave. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Here it comes.
White flag. Still inside.
1 chance.
He
lost his nose a little bit on the 8. He's right on him.
He's there. This
Will
could
he
be
go
big.
for a slide job?
He's
This is it.
slide job
There
him
it
right
goes.
there. Here you go.
Win for it.
Down to the bottom. Slides up into him. Who's going to save it? Neither one. They both spin out. Kyle Busch. And Kyle Busch is going to win barely. Steals one.
If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button down below. Also, if you've liked this video, I'm pretty sure these videos will catch your eye also.